What's up, guys? This is going to be a second place deck profile with King Vegeta. I took second today. I lost the first round miraculously. With my tiebreakers, I was still able to get second. So this is going to be a unique leader, a unique red leader. What he does is you take one life, and then that's an activate main. You take one life, and then you look at the top 5 cards of your deck, and you either add a King Vegeta's Dynasty to your hand, or a Saiyan that costs. Actually, he's not restricted to cost. Yeah, it's any Saiyan card that is a red or green, and you can add it to your hand. So the King Dynasty card that I play is Return of the King. This card is one of the cards that you can play sideways because of the way it looks. It looks like it's supposed to be sideways rather than vertical. What it does is it has an energy exhaust and field, so you can only have one in play at a time. When this card is played from your hand, you get to play a Saiyan card that costs 2 or less from your hand, and then play it with the skill negated, and then you get to draw 2. So this is like your main draw engine of the deck. The other great thing about this card is activate battle once per turn. If your leader is King Vegeta, you can combo a multicolor card from your drop area once per turn. So that means you can combo on your opponent's turn and your turn, so that you can facilitate a rival better, or you can just defend better. So it's really good because this leader, even on the backside, you're able to draw cards. So it's like a way better Android 16 because you can draw cards, play cards with this skill, and you can combo with the field spell from your drop area. So really defensive, even though this deck is meant to be really offensive because of if you guys don't know what he does, on the backside, activate main once per turn. You can only choose one. You can either play a Saiyan that costs 2 or less from your hand, and you play him with skills negated, and then you draw a card. The other skill is you sack a Saiyan off your board, so you I don't think it's KO, but you send it to the drop area, and then he gets +5, and he gets double strike for the turn. So really strong with the cards that I combo with in my deck. Another thing I want to note is that he is able to bypass unique stuff. So if you do have a Saiyan with unique on board, you can just sack it off the board and then draw a card, and then now the unique rule doesn't apply anymore since you're going to play another battle card. So really strong. Heart and Soul of the deck is this field spell. My rival targets are going to be. Well, first let me share the super combo. I play the Nappa, so it's really easy to combo this card because it's a 0-cost combo card, and unfortunately, it's not that broken where if you combo it from your drop area, you can come back in. It can only come in if you combo from your hand. So it's a 10k combo that you can play from your hand for free, and then he comes in active mode, and then you can combo again. So really defensive and also very offensive. It facilitates all your rivals. The main rival cards you want to play are Resident Explosion. What he does is he has a double strike rival. If you have a red and green, and you pay 1 red, and you play him, and then you can KO a battle card with 4 or less from your opponent's side, and then he comes into play. He also has double strike, which is really nice. Yeah, this is your main rival guy. When you do play him, I do play Acrobatic Warrior, so a really old combo. If you do play something that is both red and green that costs 5, and he's the only one that costs 5, you could free play this guy. So you want to play as many free plays as possible with this deck. So and he's also a Saiyan, so you can actually just play him after you pop something. What he does is if he's used for Alliance and you rest him, he burns the damage. So this deck has burn strategies, and it also has aggressive strategies. So really strong with the Alliance that I play in my deck. And I believe there's another skill that he has here. No, he doesn't. He does have the old wording for unique, but he doesn't have the word unique. So by chance you want to use Alliance twice in a turn with him, you can actually KO this guy with the Vegeta's ability, and then he's off the board now. And then so if you have another copy of Acrobatic Warrior and you play Gogeta Resonant Explosion, you can just play another copy. And then if by chance you're able to play a second Alliance card, which is really possible, you can burn another damage. So cool burn deck for sure. I'm thinking about upping this guy to 4 just because of his second ability to be able to sack it, and then I want to be able to draw into the second one to free play this guy. The other rival card I play, and it's a really good engine. It's called King Vegeta, the Insubordinate. What he does is he's a free arrival, so as long as you fulfill the requirement of comboing a red-green energy, you can free play this guy. His only stipulation is that you can't play any copies for the turn. So to maximize his value, play him on your opponent's turn, and then when your turn starts, you play him, or you use a swap ability. And the main guy you swap into is this one. This Vegeta is the Alliance target. For only one red energy, you can swap into this guy, and then he has the Alliance ability to proc Acrobatic Warrior. And then, as you guys all well know, Alliance is able to add the power of the ones he aligns to his power. So you can align as many as you want to boost his attack to really high. When he uses the Alliance ability, he does have an extra ability which gives him double strike, and you get to draw a card. So really strong, and it's only one energy if you have this guy up. So as I was saying earlier, if you have two of these cards in your hand, what you can do is if he sticks on your board at the beginning of your turn, you can swap into this guy, use the Alliance ability, and then rest this guy, and then burn 1 damage, right? And then somehow rival this guy by playing another blue-green. And then by chance that you do have another copy of him in your hand, you can just pay the 1 red energy again and then play another one. So it's a burn deck. It's really cool. Yeah, really underlooked. I believe he's a common that came out of set 14. If I don't draw this guy, what I can play and go into with this guy is SSG to the next level. This card came out of Supreme Alliance, I believe, and what he does is when he comes into play, he has unique, by the way, and critical. When he comes into play, you get to search the top 5 of your cards of your deck and add a Saiyan that costs 5 or less to your hand. Or you can add a Unison that has a specified cost of 1, but I don't play that. The main Saiyan you want to grab with this is this guy. Not this guy, because he brings out this guy. The main Saiyan you're most likely going to look for is Demolition Man, just because you want to facilitate the arrival as much as possible. But if you already have him, great. Look for something else that will help you. This deck has a problem with comboing 5Ks because a lot of the cards in here are 10K combo one cost. So you have to be careful when thinking about that, because how you combo and how you defend. I do play Broly Retribution. So what he does is, everybody knows what he does, but if your opponent has 2 or more open energy, you get to look at their hand and discard something with 20k or less power card. Really, it's like a staple on red decks, and he's also a Saiyan. Another thing I failed to mention is this leader does not want you to play any battle cards besides Saiyans. So you'll notice that everything in my deck is Saiyans. So you'll have to figure out ways to make that work. The other one is I play Vegeta Royal Evolution. This allows me to restand my leader for 1 energy if I have 3 or more energy. So it's a really good, and it's also a Saiyan, and it costs 2. So he has a lot of attributes going for him that makes sense to play this in your deck. So restanding your leader, and I believe it's not limit 1. No, it is limit 1. So it's you can't activate the skill for the rest of the turn. So restanding your leader, making sure that you can safely attack with your leader is really nice. The other key thing about this is that he negates the keyword skills of your leader, or your non-keyword skill. Yeah, your non-keyword skills and your keyword skills. So it just negates everything about your leader except the power boost. This powers up your leader by 5k for the turn, which is really nice. The other 2 drop I play that can come out with this or the backside of my leader is the Omnipotent Elite. This came out of the last set. He has a lot of abilities, but the one that you want to look out for is that he has blocker and dual attack. His other ability only applies if your leader's green, so don't worry about that. What he does is when he's played, he can draw a card, but his skill's negated, so that'll never happen. But you could just theoretically hard cast this guy for 2 and then draw a card. And he restands as a blocker, or he's a blocker on your opponent's turn. So luckily, these guys only negate him until the end of the turn. So if you do play him, he's able to block until the next turn. On the next turn. Another 2 drop I play, and everybody should be playing this in this deck, is Demonic Restraint. It's a free multicolor charge, and that's the main reason I use him. But his other abilities, if you do play it from your hand, you get to discard 1 card from your opponent's hand, but they choose, which you'll never really use. But you could theoretically you could play this guy with his ability for free, or you can play it with Return of the King. So it's healthy to have a good amount of 2 drops. And yeah. The other card I play is a one-hit wonder. I do combo this with this King Vegeta because when he comes into play, he negs 5k off of an opponent's battle card, and then when you neg something, you can free play this guy. He has the old unique word, which is you can only control one-hit wonder on the board. So again, like your leader is able to facilitate unique really well just because of his stacking ability. So. Yeah, so theoretically, you can actually just, for one red energy, you can actually play like 4 battle cards and more. So, I mean, I'll show you guys after. The other rival card I play is this Broly. This is a spot removal card, and it's really useful at 2, just because, yeah, every time he attacks, he can KO an opponent's battle card. You can rival with either a red energy or a green energy, so whatever you want. And that's all he does. The other ability doesn't apply because he never comes out of the deck. Yeah, it's just great spot removal, and it's a rival. The other rival I play is Unwavering Conviction Son Goku. He has a really cool effect where you could, on your opponent's turn, you could +5 a battle card. Oh, it doesn't even have to be your opponent's turn. You can do it on your turn too. You can +5 a battle card or Unison by 5k for the turn. Yeah, for the turn. And he, if it's your opponent's turn, you can actually make your opponent's combo card go away. So good defensive card. And he also has double strike. Yeah, it's really cool. Okay, the other cards I play, and just to ensure victory, I do play Beerus Ball. Since you are playing a multicolor card, you can play this card for free from your hand. What it does is, if you have 4 or less energy, and your opponent tries to play a battle card that costs, or not cost, that has 15k or less power, you can place it in the drop area instead. And on top of that, it makes your leader +5 for the turn. So it's kind of like a mini sensu bean. But you can replay this card. I mainly use this card to stop robotic riposte from stopping you from playing your cards, from playing your turn, because this is supposed to be an aggro deck. And to add more hate, I do play Vegeta Resolve Renewed. Basically the same reason I played this guy. If my opponent tries to end their turn, or end my turn with one of those cards, I can just play this card and then send it to the drop area. So what he does is if you have 3 or more, let's see, if you have 3 more energy, you can reduce the cost of this card by 2. So he technically costs 1, and he costs free because I use this free. But for this guy, he costs 1, and then I get to make the battle card that 15k or less go to the drop area. His last ability doesn't matter because my leader's not Vegeta, so yeah. For more defense, I do play Testing the Opposition. Really great overall theme card. I don't know what he does. If you have 5 or less energy, you can play it, negate it, and then play a blocker for the turn. So it's like 2 negates. I play only one King Vegeta's Imposing Present. This is a really nifty card. In case you're playing against an opponent that likes to swarm with a bunch of 15ks, you get to play this card for free if you have 3 or less life. If you do play it for free, you do have to discard 1 card from your hand. So just play something that you can combo. And yeah, so what it does is your opponent, every time they want to attack with something, they have to -5k to that attacker. And on top of that, the first time you use this card on the negate, it doesn't actually negate. The attacker card loses 1k, 10k attack. So really good for unisons that like altering the future. You can play that to make sure that they don't aggress you any harder. An old card I play in this deck is called Fly of the Grand Eagle. Since you're swarming so much, you don't mind minusing 10k to your battle cards for free. What it does is counterattack. Counterattack, you can choose either a battle card or a leader card. So on your leader card, you give it 100,000. So it's kind of like a weird after image, but it does 100,000. And normally it would cost 1, but I actually pay for free normally. If you just subtract 10k from 2 battle cards on your side, and you play for free. And then for the battle, it gets 100,000. So I don't think many people are going to combo out of that. Especially since you're comboing this card with this card, you get an extra 10k combo using this card. Yeah, really strong. I mainly hold this card for a leader attack because leader attacks are really hard to stop with red. So you just play this on a leader attack so they don't combo all in and then try to double strike you at the last moment. So, yeah.
Are you done for today?
And the last card I play is Heroine's Lineage.
Oh, okay.
I unfortunately don't have any other secret rares, But if I did have a red secret, I'd play either the Gohanks Unison, or I play the new Vegeta that came out.
Yeah, all that's trash.
Yeah, the new Vegeta that came out for the U6 package. So, but this is so good. I mean, stealing a battle card that costs like 7 or less on your opponent's turn. It's just a form of trickery. If they try to like combo all in on an attack, a battle card attack, you just steal it, assuming they have 7 or less cost. So yeah, that was the deck profile. Let me show you the combo real quick to play out 5 battle cards for 1 energy. The idea is you combo this card, and then you pay the 1 red energy that we talked about, and then you play him, and then you can play Acrobatic Warrior because the conditions haven't been met. And I believe he's here. No, he's not here. The Vegeta, there it is. So with him, he requires 0 energy, and all you have is the Nappa in the combo area. You can free play this guy, and then you -5 something on a battle card, and then from there you can play One Hit Wonder. So that's 4 battle cards, right? And then after you combo with him at the end, he comes in active mode. So you have 5 battle cards coming in for 5 energy. So I try to exploit that little interaction really well. And yeah, that's pretty much the deck. A little tip from someone who built this deck: you don't have to charge past 4. Just keep your energy at 4, and that's all you really need for the whole turn, for the whole game. If by chance you need that 5th energy because you want to activate Vigorous Ball, yeah, just keep that in mind. Yeah, so yeah, that was the deck profile. I did misplay against in round 1. I would have won if I remember to I guess if I remember to bring this guy out of the drop area to combo harder on 1 attack to finish the game. But unfortunately, I forgot that to use Nappa's ability to bring him out to combo harder on the last attack. But that's okay. That's the game for you. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed the deck profile. That was it. My 2nd place King Vegeta deck profile. I know you guys love Vegeta, so that's why I played it. Peace out, guys, and have a great day.
Thank you for watching the video.